Hey, this is Morgan from morganonscience.com and MetaMorgan on Twitter. And I got an email recently from somebody who was frustrated about having a grant rejection. And she expressed the opinion that her reviewers were a bunch of nobodies, essentially, and that, you know, she was kind of belittling the reviewers as a way of making herself feel better about the grant rejection. It's like, oh, those are a bunch of nobodies that reviewed and rejected my grant, and you know, there's just like this condescension about the grant reviewers. And you know, that really bugged me, and it bugged me for a couple reasons. First of all, you know, grant reviewers are volunteers who are spending their time doing this work for the NIH, and they're getting paid a pittance for doing all of this extra work. And so, you know, I mean, I have trouble with the notion that one who isn't volunteering would slam on a bunch of people who are volunteering their time to review proposals and say, well, they're a bunch of nobodies. You know, I guess the second thing is, who's to judge who is a nobody and who's not a nobody? Okay, sure, you know, maybe the people on this particular study section she was referring to don't yet have excellent track records in terms of, you know, long lists of prizes or huge lists of publications in Nature or Science. But does that mean they're nobodies? Does that mean they don't know what they're doing or they're not good scientists? No, it says nothing about that. It says that they don't have long lists of publications. Okay, that's a whole different thing. And you know, the bottom line is that really somebody who's making that complaint, I think, is just covering up their own insecurity and pointing the finger somewhere else and saying somebody else didn't get it. You know, the fact is that anytime a grant is rejected, sure, there can be reviewers who misunderstood. But, you know, I've switched from a viewpoint where I used to point fingers like that to now where I only point the finger at myself. I say, if my reviewers didn't get it, it's my fault. I am the only person to blame if my reviewers didn't understand it. It doesn't matter whether they were geniuses or not. You know, if they didn't get it, I didn't write it well, and I need to write it better next time. And you know, taking on that one single approach, that new attitude, has totally changed around my grant writing. Because instead of, you know, pointing my fingers at something that I can't control, I can't control whether the reviewers are competent or not. I just can't. There's nothing I can do about that except volunteer, and then maybe I can make a slight difference, but not much. But I've changed it around from something I can't control to something that I can, which is my own approach, my own writing, my own behavior, how I approach the reviewers, how I write about my science, so that it makes it really understandable, so that there isn't room for confusion or misunderstanding, no matter where a person is in their scientific career. So, you know, the next time you get some bad reviews back and you think, these stupid reviewers, they didn't get it. You know, I know the tendency. It's very frustrating to get those bad reviews back. But instead, look inwards and say, how can I do a better job next time of improving this so that they understand what I'm trying to convey here, rather than just getting angry at them, because, you know, you can't do anything about that. So, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments, and that's at morganonscience.com in the blog down below. And you can also tweet at MetaMorgan on Twitter. So I hope to hear from you, and until next time, bye now.